I don't know if this is going to work, but right now, if this is the video, it's been fun. Thank you. Hello everybody, it's Barry here. Hope you are well wherever you are in the world. Welcome to our kitchen. Today we are doing a Portuguese classic. That was a sort of question mark. Yes, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but today we're doing some Queijadas Da Vila, which are basically a Portuguese cheesecake tart. Do not get them confused with pastel de nata. I have been to Portugal. You've probably seen that video on the channel. My mind's telling me no. If not, check it out. We've tried them in Portugal themselves and they are phenomenal, but they are police tarts because they're in custody. If you are wondering why there's only 2 left of the 4, that is because Mrs. B and I had a lovely pastel de nata Portuguese infused breakfast. So we're not making those puff pastry police tarts. So sorry. We are making Queijadas. 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 A Queijada tart, which actually Queijada apparently translates to cheesecake. So it is literally a ricotta infused, self-crusting, cinnamon infused, icing sugar dusted tart. Queijadas. Now, this whole recipe came about because I saw a Portuguese couple in my hometown. I was like, why are you by the beach in England? Like, you should be in Portugal. And they were like telling me, and we had this huge conversation about Portuguese food, and they mentioned particularly pastel de nata, and then the conversation span off into these queijadas. And there are many variations, but I've gone for one where you can use a spray bottle to form its own self-baked crust. Awesome. I really wish I didn't do that. Hey ho. Hey, I think I've actually cleaned the rest of my lens though. There is a little bit of like crumbs on here. There we go. Ooh. All right, let's get going. This is our well-used muffin tin. And apparently we have to grease it really well. Really well coated. Now we get some flour in there. Apparently just a little bit of plain flour, so a spoon into each of these. So this is us now building up for the self-crust as it bakes. And this is where it's gonna get messy. I've got to sort of like shimmy it all around. So if I show you like this, so that each of it, oh my gosh, goes onto. We tap it out, okay? It looks like Christmas in a tin, doesn't it? So the butter has clinged to it, but now we wanna build these layers up with our spray bottle. Oh, no, my gosh, no. I want it to be like misty. Ah, yeah, misty. Okay, so we just spray gently just to moisten up that flour. You know when you mix flour and water, you make a nice sort of glue. Okay, and hopefully we can shimmy some more flour in. Oh my gosh, it's going everywhere. But the water in there should cling to it a little bit. Okay, yes it is. Oh my gosh, can you see how textured that is? It's clinging to the side. This is gonna start to form the crust. I've got to repeat this 3 more times. And all this flour that's come out, I can just sprinkle that in a minute. So I'll spray again. Sprinkle the flour in. Ah, this is actually really, really fun. Ah, I blooming hope we're gonna be able to get them out. But anyhow, I hate picking my camera up when I've got flour in my hands. My lens is now literally laced in a snow protest. I'm gonna carry on doing that over and over, and then we should end up, well, with something that probably looks the same. Just on my last one, and I'm doing like a circular shimmy, and I'm so happy with how this has turned out. The only thing is I've completely caked the rest of the pan as well. My worktops absolutely hate the combination of flour and water. It's mostly flour, so I'll prioritise wiping that down. I do feel like I'm quite clean. This is the point where I say it on a video, then I leave the house this evening covered in flour. But look at that. Yeah, I am really happy with it. I don't know if this is gonna work, but right now, if this is the video, it's been fun, thank you. All right, we're gonna start making the filling, and I know I don't need the spray bottle anymore, but there's something quite reassuring about it just being sat there. In other news, I've tried to scrape the top of the tray to get that flour water off there, and I think I'm just gonna leave it there. It's quite hard to get off, so it might be easier once it's baked. Right, the filling, sugar, and eggs first. Yeah, so this is a fair bit of sugar, 250 grams of it, and 4 egg yolks. Dun 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 dun. Ouch! Ooh! We're gonna add in some cinnamon. Ooh, Portuguese. Gotta be cinnamon, right? A pinch of salt. No Salt Bay today. I wonder what Salt Bay is in Portuguese, actually. Probably Salt Bay. Last up, the ricotta. Never really had ricotta like directly on its own. Actually not too bad, is it? But it's quite a mild cheese. If you can actually call it a cheese, it's more like an ice cream to me. I tend to use it, I mean, it's really good in like cheesecakes and stuff. Obviously, a bit like this being a cheesecake in some sort of way, but also nice with spinach. That is our filling. Before we add it in there, preheating the oven to 180°C fan. We have got quite a lot of this filling, but apparently we fill it all the way to the top. So let's get that mixture and we'll start in the middle. Oh wow, oh, I really hope this works. This is amazing. We'll start in the middle ones just in case we haven't got enough. I'm secretly praying that we've got enough for an odd number, just for some of the OCD folks out there. Yep, there are enough for 11. Well, literally 10 3/4 to be honest. Right, just tap in to settle it down a teeny weeny bit, but it does look like you could make designs in it, but I imagine as soon as it hits the heat of that, it's quite a warm oven, it's just gonna warm and settle and find its way anyway. Apparently there's other ones where you add like fruit zest, lemon zest, orange zest to this too, but with that cinnamon flavour in there, I think this is gonna be awesome. Generally, that will annoy someone. I remember there was a video once where, oh no, it's a photo. I think I did it on my Instagram. I had a bar of chocolate. I took a photo from above a bar of chocolate and I deliberately like cut out one square right in the middle. And oh my gosh, that annoyed a lot of people. They're like, what? This is, you can't post that. That's just really annoying me. How did that happen and why? It doesn't make sense. It's not symmetrical. Yeah, I mean, there's more things in life to worry about. Not much more. I mean, it's important, but hopefully 11 of those rather than 12, people will appreciate that. I don't know. All right, I am fully aware that the pan on the top could get quite charred, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. And that goes in for half an hour. So it needs half an hour to fully bake and set. And then whilst it's warm, we don't really want to touch it or anything, so it can kind of loosen up and hopefully, we thought release from the pans. So it needs to be really cool. And then we get to finish it off, so that's all good. I've just got this thing, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if I have overfilled them, at least I have got that one that I was expecting to fill it to that level. So we'll see in about half an hour and see where it's at. Can you wait half an hour, mate? Okay, I know you're hungry. Oh, I'm tired. Brilliant.
3,000 years later.
Oh my gosh, here we are. That has been half an hour. Can you see that golden brown on there? They have, like, you hear this? It's sizzling like crazy. We've also got our baked flour in here. It's like a little crust in itself, but that's actually quite cool to understand what's potentially or hopefully happening. Look, 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 can we get that out? Look, that's just one part, like the outer sort of shell of it. Hopefully that is attached to the insides of these. They're sinking slightly, but that's okay. I don't mind that. I'm gonna let it cool down properly, and that has given me hope that these should, once it's cooled down, pop out okay. But as I say, they've got to cool, not just to room temperature, like they really need to be nice and cold before I'm even gonna attempt that. So probably another half an hour, and that was a solid half an hour in the oven.
Many, many minutes later.
All right, I got myself a wire rack so they can cool down fully, but this is like beyond room temperature now. In fact, it's a teeny bit cold. So I'm gonna get one out. Oh, it's delicate. Look at that. Wow, look, that's amazing. So that flour layer that we put on there, it's kind of flaky as well. Like a puff pastry, light couple of layers fusing together, that ricotta filling. So that is going right on a wire rack. I'll do that to the rest, and then we dust it in icing sugar. Actually, I will say this, they are not that easy to get out. They are very delicate. You have to loosen it at the top. Look, see the crust has come off that one. That's the first time that's happened. Ugh. So with them all on a wire rack like that, nice and cooled, we can get some icing sugar, aka confectioner's sugar, and just dust that. I think you go quite heavy on it, to be fair, but a little sprinkling is fine. If you do this whilst it's still hot, some of it will absorb in if you wanted to do that, I guess. And that is my homemade
Queijada. Queijada.
Amazing. All done. Side note, I just moved the wire rack and that looks blooming awesome. Get a load of those, eh? That looks amazing. I feel like I want to slice up pastel de nata as well, one of the other ones, just to compare it. So you can see, look, there's waves of puff pastry on it, a nice firm base, whereas this, we've kind of made it ourselves by spraying and shimmying flour around. Look, you can even see on the bottom there. Look, you've got that custard like that, lovely, okay? And although these haven't chilled, oh, they're a bit softer. You again got a slightly darker sort of cinnamon infused custard. Oh, and I have to say, the smell, it's giving off like this real nice vanilla vibes, but yeah, there's a difference. Let's have a nibble. So here we go, and I absolutely love the fact, I mean, I love doing these Taste of the World videos anyway, but I love the fact that this was just inspired by me walking on the beach with the dog and meeting some Portuguese people. Awesome. I really want to do the pierogies next. I get a lot of requests for those, if that's okay. So I've got a half nicely cut up for me. Let's give it a try. Soft. There's like an autumnal vibe with the cinnamon. A soft, flaky pastry, but with like caramelized crisp areas as well, where the sugar's got to it, and even probably some of the egg, and it's just sort of giving it like a slight chewiness. You've got these little sheets of flaky puff pastry encasing the ricotta basket. It's absolutely amazing. This is going to be a bit controversial, and I love pastel de nata, but I think I love those even more. That was phenomenal. A little bit unusual tasting as well. I think it's the texture and all the flavour. That caramelisation of the pastry is insane. I really, really hope you try this. That is bonkers. Yeah, I just had another bite then, and there's like, almost like a toffiness to the pastry at the top of the crust where it's baked and kind of like charred. Absolutely outstanding. Really hope you give it a go. If you're not subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing so and check out the rest of the videos on the channel. Over thousands. It's just been an amazing journey so far, and I love it. So if you want to be part of it, make sure your notifications are turned on too. Any cool recipes you've seen, don't forget to suggest on the comments box down below or on your social media platform of choice. I'm pretty much everywhere. And last up, Patreon know this, but Chloe is actually off school. She's been off school last few days, but she's feeling well enough, surprisingly, to appear and have a little taste. So hopefully it'll cheer her up a little bit. So thanks for watching, folks. That'll be our bonus scene. Bye.
If I take you to my crib, you'll be in for a thrill. I'll be spitting on the menu, chuck some food on the grill. I like to do my cooking at 10 to 9. You can do it anytime and you'll be just fine.
All right.
Queijada.
There you go. Can you say that?
Queijada.
Brilliant.
That's nice.
It is, isn't it?
It's like a cake.
It is like a cake.
In pastry.
Yes. And do you know what? I made the pastry in the cupcake. I just chucked a load of flour and sprayed water on it. Make you feel better?
No.
No, brilliant. Okay. Well, don't give your kids these for medicine, folks.